So you want to know how to get the perfect morning routine. My name is Blake, and I've been on self-improvement for about 4 years now, and I think I've done a lot of experimenting in order to optimize and dial in my routine so that it's efficient towards my goals. Now, first things first, when I wake up, the the first thing I do before brushing my teeth, before anything, I immediately get my jump rope and I do 5 minutes. I'm trying to become a better MMA fighter, martial arts practitioner, if you will. So this is gonna help me build up stamina, build up footwork, etc. So that's the first thing I do, is just get some hard work out. Plus, it's fasted cardio, if that counts for any bro scientists out there. So that's the first thing I do. I go ahead and get that done. That's hard work right there, and it makes me feel good. I get some mental clarity going, get ready for the day. From there, I just go immediately hop into a cold shower. It wouldn't be a self-improvement routine without a cold shower. So that's the second thing I do immediately after finishing the jump rope. Right after that, I just have a small breakfast, maybe some eggs or something, get the muscle protein synthesis going, make sure the gains are coming in still. And that's it. I immediately get to work after that. That's it to my morning routine. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, where's the meditation? Where's the journaling? Where's all these other self-improvement habits that they told us would be what we need in order to be successful? I'm here to tell you that we need to optimize our routine, and we need a good routine that's aligned to our goals if we want to be successful. With that being said, the first thing that we are going to do in order to optimize our morning routine is we need to write down our goals. We're going to write down what our goal is, like our biggest goal in life. What is our main priority right now? And we need to decide what one task is going to help us get to that goal. For me, I want to become a better entrepreneur. And my means of doing that is going to be through YouTube and through fitness coaching, which you can check the link in the description for. But those are my goals. So the one task that I need to do in order to get closer to that goal is record videos. That's it. So I make my morning routine as short as possible, because the one task I need to do is the main task that's going to take up basically my entire morning. That's going to be what's going to be most efficient for my goals. Before you add in the one task that's going to get you closer to your goal, you need to cut everything else out. And what I mean by that is we need to figure out where our time's being wasted. So if your one goal is to be a better entrepreneur, and you're doing the same thing as me, recording these videos is going to be that one task that's going to be most efficient. So we need to find out where our time was being wasted. Now, if the first thing that you do when you wake up is checking your phone and stuff like that, obviously those are bad habits that we need to go ahead and cut out in general. But believe it or not, you're going to have to cut out some self-improvement habits as well, like meditation or journaling. Those are two things that I had to cut out that I would normally do in the mornings, and I really enjoyed doing in the mornings. But I had to cut those out because it was getting in the way of my goals. Not that you can't do them, because we can schedule them for later in the day, but it's important that we keep our mornings free for the one task that's going to get us to our goal. Because the mornings are absolutely essential. If it's not goal related, it's not worth it. And let me tell you why the mornings are so important versus just pushing it off in the rest of the day. So a YouTuber, which if you're in the self-improvement space, you probably heard of, by the name of Hamza, he created this concept called brain points. And I really like this explanation of it, because it's essentially like a mental currency that you have, right? So if you start out with 100 brain points, the first thing you do is wake up and check your phone. Minus 10 right there. High carb breakfast, 100 grams of sugar, boom, that's minus 20 right there. Then if you're adding on all these other self-improvement tasks, meditation, journaling, that's taking away from your mental clarity, your cognitive function. And now you're gonna have a little bit of mental fatigue if you try to do the one task later in the day. And the more you push it off, the less likely you are to actually execute this idea. So for me, I would have this big morning routine. I do the cold shower, the jump rope, but I'd also do the meditation, the journaling, everything you typically hear in a self-improvement video. And so After that, it would be, I'd go to the gym and stuff and be working out because that's, good for you too. And yeah, like they said, all that stuff is good for you, but is it going to get you to your goals? Depends on what your goal is, but the answer is probably not. So what we need to do is schedule those later in the day, because when I would do those things, I'd do the workout first, I'd do all that stuff first. Then by the time, and I tell myself I'd do it later. I tell myself I'll record the videos later, I'll script the videos later, but then I never did. And the reason why is because I was too mentally fatigued. My mind was on other things, and I would cope and cope and cope. And there would be all these excuses, and I don't want that for you. I want you to actually be able to achieve your goals. So when you don't push it off and you do it first things first in the morning, the rest of your day just feels accomplished. You feel great. You got the hardest work done. And that positive reinforcement is just going to carry over in everything you do. Anything you do, you're just going to be a lot happier when you do it that day. You're going to perform a lot better. You're just going to perform a lot better throughout the day after you've already done the hard work, the hardest task to get you towards your goals. So what I want you to do now, and I'll show you what I've done, is I want you to go in the notes app on your phone or wherever you wrote down what your goal is and what the one task is. Next to that, just create a chart and go ahead and block off your schedule. Block off what you do in the mornings so that's aligned to your goals. And then push the stuff that you normally do, if you still want to do it, if there's still time for you to do it in the day, push that later in the day. And just have your routine centered around just doing that one goal in the morning. Now, sometimes life is going to get in the way and you're not going to be able to do everything in your normal routine or your daily schedule, and that's fine. The reason you're creating this is just create what would be the perfect day. If you had a perfect day and you got to do 100% of it, what would be the perfect day, the most optimal day to get you towards your goals, and so you can work hard and achieve whatever it is you want to be successful. And with that being said, if most of the time you're not going to be able to do that, you're not going to be able to do 100%, because like I said, life gets in the way sometimes. And when it gets in the way, that's why we have it centered towards our one goal. So if you don't have that much time, you can just do 5 minutes. Because if you're used to doing an hour every day and you don't have time anymore and you do get the 5 minutes done, they quit. The people that are on the normal routine of, I have to meditate, I have to journal, blah, 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 I have to do all this, they quit. They didn't do it because they said 5 minutes was not enough, because on the schedule it says an hour. But as long as you do your 5 minutes, now you're just a little bit ahead of them. You're a little bit ahead of everybody. And that's just kind of the mindset that you need to have. And I want you guys to be able to carry over into your life, is this: as long as you're doing what you can every single day towards your goal, you're going to achieve your goals, and you're going to achieve it a lot faster than everybody else. So go ahead and block out your schedule, align it to your goals, so the goal is the first thing you do in the morning. And just keep in mind that it's not always going to be exactly how the schedule says, and just make sure you're doing that one task every single day, and you'll achieve your goals. All right, guys, go perfect your morning routines, go dial it in, and remember, be better than you were yesterday.